Boop. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, June the 17th, 2021. Today's daily Bible readings come to us from Psalm 9 through 20, 1 Samuel 16, 14 through 23, Acts 21 through 16, or you could have read Psalm 107, 1 through 3, and then 23 through 32, Job 29, 1 through 20, and then Acts 20, 1 through 16. I'm going to take a look at the text from Job today and talk about this moment when Job remembers the good old days, when he's talking about back in the day when I was somebody and I was, people paid attention to me and thought about what I had to say and respected me. Job's in the midst of the ashes, right? If you remember the story of Job, he was having a good life and doing what God asked of him, and things were going well until they didn't. And not because of any fault of Job's, he just kind of had the wrong person pay attention to him, if you want to put it that way. And so here Job he looks up from the ashes. He's, he had some friends come to visit him, but they all insisted that, he must have done something wrong, or otherwise he wouldn't be in this condition. And Job looks up from the ashes and he remembers the good old days, right? We do that a lot. When things fall apart, when things go sideways, we tend to sit back and remember the days when it wasn't like that. And we tend to remember the good old days. And sometimes we may be a little delusional, and maybe the good old days weren't as good as we think those days were. But Job remembers pretty clearly the way things were. And he remembers the time before all of the loss and all of the illness hit him. And if only, he says, it was like back in the day. Because back before the illness and before all the loss, before everything kind of changed, before the world changed, he says that he walked with God. He walked with God in God's light, and people respected him. They respected him, if you go and look at this text, they respected him for who he was and for what he did. And what he did was walk with God in friendship, which meant, he goes into detail, explain what that looks like. It meant he sought justice for those who couldn't defend themselves. He took up the cause of the needy. He took up the cause of justice for people that were being lied about and lied to and otherwise abused by the people who did have power and did have authority. So Job, because he was a friend of God, took up their cause. That's what it meant to walk with God and walk in that light. He provided resources and comfort to those who had none, to the orphan and to the widow. And so he walked in the light of God and did God's will. That's what it meant for Job to remember what it was like in the good old days. And people respected him because of that. Across the board, when he would enter the room, people took him seriously and respected him back in the day, back in the good old day. If only we could all have days like that. Anyway, that's the DBR for today. Get out, enjoy the day, enjoy this nice weather we're having here, and we'll be back tomorrow. Huggins will be here, and he'll have a great DBR for you. So anyway, have a good day. Boop.